Okay, so I thought I'd do a little short video. I'm outside. I'm so stopped up too. Man, I'm really stopped up. And my sleeping last night was horrible. Oh my God, it was so horrible. I don't know what the hell. I felt like the energy or something because I couldn't ever like get my mind to calm down or something. It never felt like it was going. It would feel like I would start to go to sleep, but then something would happen. It was crazy how many times, and then it would jolt me awake. And so anyway, I feel like really out of it as usual. Like, shocker. We're supposed to be going to a street fair today, so I'm so excited. And then tomorrow my daughter and her family, they're gonna get up and go to that little German town for the day because they had this planned already. And so they're gonna go do their little day trip. And so I'll record in the morning, and then I'm going with my other daughter and her family to the lake. And so it's like a whole nother vacation. And I left yesterday, which messed up the download. That's what took so long yesterday. Because I don't know, I think I was just anxious to go, and then a situation arose where I was like, well, I'll come, I'll do it. And I'm like, so it was, I don't know, just that motivation or something. And then, so when I was downloading, it hadn't finished, of course. It takes so long. And it just set it all off, so I had to like start it all back over once I got here. And then I had to wait for it to do the whole thing again. Is I had two of them going, and the one that went in second was going super fast, so I just got rid of the first one. But anyways, that was the deal yesterday. But so I wanted to you know, do a video this morning just to kind of clarify, because I felt like bad that how I left it off. Because then I said, well, I'm going to video this morning before I left. And I don't know, this time in the world, you know, you just got to always be wondering, like, oh, you know, nobody needs that open envelope. Nobody needs to sit there and keep worrying, like, oh, I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. So anyways, it's probably nothing. Like, but I'll tell you one thing, it was so many number things yesterday when I was driving. It was mental. I couldn't believe it. And this same number patterns that go over and over, but this 1117, which is so strange because that was a big date in my it's like divided into sections. That's the only way I can think of it. The whole awakening. It's just each person's awakening to themselves. It's not just this condensed time. I mean, there's been people awakening their whole lives, you know. It's just a process. But this is like the last big, you know, pushing us. That's why things are so absurd. You know, to make you react, to make you question reality and stuff. And you know, a lot of people are comfortable in this reality, and that is, you know, no shame on them. It's just going to be a shock when they realize, you know, what they were willing to accept was so substandard to what they should be allowed, you know. And, you know, like, okay, so this I'll definitely, you know, saying code, you see, you'll have to read between the lines, is these fucking bugs. I swear to God, these motherfucking, it's the pests. They're like drawn to my fucking, it's like, did they go and release all of these pests? Which I know this shit is made and released. Like, they just showed it in New York. And they've shown it over and over in Florida. They do it all the time. But they like put them in like a lab created room or something, and then give them some concoction and get them to be really drawn to like a certain vibration, a certain smell, a certain, like I've said for all of this whole time, they have this ability to go and hone in on like certain proteins and stuff. It's certain things in different people's DNA and whatnot. And so that is what they were targeting with the, like I said, there was targets happening. There was a big thing on lot numbers, like, You know, I'm sure if you're going to find a lot of lighter skinned people who died from it, I'm sure you're still going to find them in condensed groups where there was lot numbers that were targeting other ones. But there's certain proteins and stuff, which I said all along, that they were able to target certain groups in that experiment. Everything's an experiment, but they were targeting certain groups. And so that's come out now. I said that, and that now it's come out. And in some groups, well, a big plant burned down yesterday, I think, an explosion or something, which I think that's a move in the right direction, because we're going to see more and more of the collapse. However, it's going to go down. It is going to be a lot of burning to the ground. You know, it's the end of them. It's the end of their reign. It's the changing of the guard. It's from dark to light. And so, you know, and we're in the ship as it's turning. Yeah, kind of like we're in the ship upside down in the water, and it's going to flip up, which is going to open up so much of the world, and things are going to make sense. Like in the upside down, they can lie to us about everything. Everything is a lie. So anyways, she's in such a mood, and I don't know if she's just in a mood because we came, or she's just always in a mood. She's grumpy. Oh yeah, so I don't know about these fucking bugs, but I feel targeted by the pests. Like they just attack your face and shit. It's like, fuck off, you motherfucker. Especially like even sitting out there where like then they get surrounded by spiders and spider webs, and still they don't go in those. They still just go attack my face. And so come here, and they're still. So anyways, the PO, okay, so we got a plant that burned down. We got in Florida now, they are saying that those things are no longer allowed to be given because it is, you know, well, we're going to be the first one, I guess, to say it. I'm not sure how they're saying it. I've heard so many weird noises out here. I think this is some sort of a truck. But this morning when we went out really early, and a lot of times really late too, it sounds like we're in a place that is being run on a giant generator. I swear to God, there's something weird about everything. Like weirder than we think. But anyways, so if they're saying that it's not effective or whatever, and but at the same time, you know, the little 10-year-old girl, which, oh my God, what are they even talking about? Like these news people, oh, I'm so confused. How would this have happened? So confusing. Well, then y'all are retarded, because it's not confusing to the rest of us. Like, bullshit. And like some of these people are goddamn robots. I think they're just MK Ultra robot people or something. Like there's something so strange, and I think that is, you know, why this is surfacing about this, you know, AI people now that, you know, the idols, you know, they created these idols, and now they just want to use they don't want to deal with the person. They just want the idol. They want the followers. They want the control, the magnetic pull on others, you know. So that's what their desire is, and how they want to just use, you know, we're going to just make fake people and fake movies. And I guess Justine Bateman came out and did a whole long thing on Twitter about it, and about the ethical issues. You know, I came from medical, so I saw like ethical issues, but in all these different groups, there's ethical issues that everyone has to face, but you have to question things like, you know, you just see. And, you know, we're all come together. Like, we've all seen all these different parts. But so she was saying about the ethical thing, about what they were going to do, you know, just take these people's persona and then just put them in whatever movies they want, put them in compromise and do whatever the hell they want, because they own the rights to this being, this idol they created or something, like that they were in, you know, they cause division between the people and the celebrities, so the people aren't on celebrities' side, so the celebrities are kind of standing by themselves, sounding crazy and sounding like they're just trying to get out of their own crimes and stuff. But when people look at things logically, you can see they can't get out of their own crimes. It would be impossible. That's why everything is going down. The people who are committing the crimes are going down. And so that isn't something that we need to worry about or stress about. It's how it happened naturally. But they keep this division, you know, like with the LGBT, all of these groups, they keep dividing people so that you don't have everybody together on the same side. But, you know, this whole ethical thing that she was talking about was that they are even, you know, headed towards, then they would do, like, I could say, well, I want to be in a movie with blah, 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 you know, and I want a really spicy sex scene, because this metaverse, this, they know how to create these alternate realities, these alternate worlds, and people would rather go into an alternate world than the natural world. And so they give people to, you know, desire. They make it desirable. And so a part of it is going to be like, so we would go download our thing, so then they have the rights to us, and then but in trade, you know, we get to go and be in a, you know, whatever kind of movie we want to be with, whoever character we want to be in it with. Like, it's you know, it's just so strange too. It's just so, like, that, to accept this unnatural kind of life as being living. It's so so promoted by these dark forces, because it's just darkness, you know. And so while these people are trying to, you know, warn us and tell us what's to come, it's all part of this creation of, you know, make your avatar and live in your TV. Live in your, like, they'll get you smaller and smaller. Pretty soon, yeah, it won't even be an Apple Watch. Where will you be? You'll be in a black box with everybody else in a little cubicle, playing out like, whoa, yeah, what is that? So you stop. What is that? Peep shows. Like, they're the creators of the peep show. That's what they'll turn our lives into, you know, if we were to allow it. People who don't understand they're eternal, you know, it seems like a fun thing to do, because they don't realize, what was that? I was talking to somebody, and then, oh yeah, the daughter who I'd said about the hologram thing, that's really, you know, gotten under her skin, and she's like, well, I'm not a hologram, because I can feel myself. And that is something that people need to realize. What does that mean, to feel yourself? Because maybe it's yourself that you feel. It's not the hologram at all. That is all part of your connection, your wiring, your programming to believe, you think, you see, and feel what goes along with the picture, with what goes along with the program. So you believe those things, but it's not true, because you know, it's the you feel is your soul. It is the battle within is you denying your own birthright to your own self. It's like you go into denial to try and please others, to become something acceptable, so that you can be liked, worshipped, accepted, you know, whatever. And it has to do with other lives where, you know, you could have been, you know, hung in the city hall or whatever, you know, and everybody threw stones at you. And now you come into this one, and it's just so important for you to be accepted. And it's the balance, you know, because you are learning all sides. You're learning all aspects of everything all the time. And it's all goes like fast too. Like, the reason this seems slow, and they give us time, which even gets more of our minds to anchor into. But the reason why it seems drug out, because you can get lost in this life. I do it all the time. It is the focus on it. It's because you focus your attention, you focus your energy. But that is part of the birthing into it. It is a natural adaptation to an environment. but our soul is still not as a complete, it's not completely, it's not just anchored into the experience as like that, because our soul can still have other experiences. Even when you're dreaming and stuff, you're going into other lessons, other planes of existence, other interactions and stuff like that. It is more of your consciousness experiencing. So it's all a part of your consciousness, you know, but we can do so much more even when we're here in this experience, what we're learning from all of these interactions that we have with all of these people who are here to teach us, who are here to learn about ourselves. And, you know, just listen to people and what they're going through and all the things that they're talking about. You know, they're learning. And a lot of people, they are blaming others, you know, for, you know, why do they see it this way? Why don't they see it my way? And all these kinds of things. But that is all part of the learning process, because it is ultimately that you are there to learn from the experience. It isn't for you to try and understand what they see. It's for you to understand what it is that you are holding on to or blocking, so that you can let it go, so you can grow and heal and move and become, you know, looser. And, you know, I just look at somebody, you know, like in the micro macro of somebody who holds on to a lot of stuff, who's bitter and just really holds on to shit. They've got their whole strained look. It's like a lot, because they're about to burst, and that holding in that energy is just like, you know. And so you can see how, you know, releasing in small controlled bursts, not just going out and being triggered and reactive and blowing up on people, but controlled, you know, through facing different things, facing yourself, facing situations, facing your relationships. And so many people just don't understand, like, the deepness to the problems they're having with somebody. They keep trying to rewire and go back through life and think like, well, where did it go wrong? It's like the things you're working out are so much more complex. They're so much more deeper. And that's why it's so important to go like internal into your soul, into that communication, and to be able to understand it on that other kind of level, to be able to think deeper, you know, to go in. That's what a meditation, I guess it's the long guys. It's gonna be too loud. I'll just post this one. I'll try and do another one or something. Timing. It's all in timing. So anyways, I'll talk to you in a bit.